Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Xander Foster and today I'm talking about living in fear. Throughout my transition and just in my life, there have been times that I let fear control my actions and control my experiences. When I first came out, a lot of my fears surrounded how I was being perceived by others. I had a fear of being referred to by the wrong pronoun or name, or being seen as less than male because I was trans. As I matured and as my transition progressed, those fears changed a little bit. Now I don't have many fears about how I'm being perceived by others. It's more what others say and what others can do. One thing I still have a fear of to this day is physical harassment. It's why I get uneasy going into public restrooms. I'm also afraid of being called out and then not listened to. It's not so much being outed as it is being in a room where I don't have an ally and having to defend myself. It's really difficult to be the only person in the room that's being attacked and not have anyone on your side. One of my biggest fears is those I love being affected by my trans identity and my transition because of how other people react to it. Because I came out so young, and because I grew up being the target of a lot of nasty comments and ignorant questions, I'm really used to it, and I feel that I found my voice responding to those ignorant comments. My fear is simply that those I love have not developed that sort of thick skin in response to transphobia and to ignorance, and these comments can affect them negatively. When I first came out and started transitioning, I was really afraid of doing anything feminine or being feminine in any way. I still hold some of those same fears, but I think that now it's less because I'm trans and more because I'm not surrounded by many feminine men. And so if I do something or say something or wear something feminine, I'm going to be isolated the same way I was when I first came out. One of my other major fears is being uncomfortable in a stagnant moment in my transition. For so many years, I was moving from one big milestone in my transition to the next. You know, I was coming out, I was changing my name, I was starting hormones, I was having surgery, I was changing my gender marker, and it was really exciting to move from one of these milestones to the next and wait for the next one to happen and then achieve something. And now that I'm on hormones and I've had surgery and everyone calls me Xander and uses he, him pronouns, everything's sort of mellowing out, and it's comfortable because I'm living authentically, you know, I'm living the life I always knew I was meant to. But it's uncomfortable because for so many years I was waiting to get to that next point, and now I don't really feel like I'm waiting for anything. It's definitely really easy to let fear control your life and to live in fear and let that affect you on a moment-to-moment basis. I wanted to make this video to tell you guys that yes, I do have a lot of fears, but I am not living my life in fear. You know, it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to have fears of the future or even the present. The best thing you can do is recognize those fears, tell someone about them, or list them out in a poem or a song, or make a video exposing yourself on the internet. Because when you recognize those fears, they become a lot less scary. I like to think of it as a monster under your bed, because when you're a kid, the unknown is really scary, and you don't know if there's a monster under your bed or not, but when the lights go off, it really feels like there is. But when you turn the lights on and look under the bed and come face to face with your fear, you realize that even when the lights are off, there's not a monster under the bed. As we grow up, that monster grows with us, and we're still afraid of the unknown, but when we're able to look our fears in the face, we realize that it's not as scary as we think it was. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a like, leave me a comment, question, or concern down below, and if you want to see more from me in the future, then subscribe. Stay sweet. I'm convinced the only fear worth giving any energy to is the fear of the dentist, because dentists are terrifying and no one can convince me otherwise. They're just awful. I dislike them with passion.